Handle your MMA Power Hour host and MMA professor. Yeah, it looks like I didn't shave for a few days here. What a mess here, man. What the hell is that? I mean, what that is. Anyway, who cares? So let's do the breakdown here real quick. UFC on ESPN 37, Emmett versus Kattar. And let's jump into it and let's see what we got here. Not too much time on some of the undercard here, but I'm going to do my best to kind of flesh it out here. Kyle Daukaus versus Roman Dolidze. That's wow. This is a really good card, actually. They're going to have that the opener, which is surprising. I still don't know if that's going to be the case, but let's take a look at what we got here. Kyle Daukaus, very tough. Member of the Fighting at Daukaus brothers out of Philly. He and Chris Daukaus, his brother, his older brother. Kyle is 29 years old, 6'3", 185. So a good sized middleweight at 6'3". He can get about an inch and a half, 2 inches on Roman Dolidze. 11-2. He did lose to Brendan Allen in his first UFC fight at short notice, but did well. He then did lose to Phil Hawes, who was on a really real killer streak at that point. And then the no contest with Kevin Holland, and then the great submission over Jamie Pickett in February, just 4 or 5 months ago. He is going against Roman Dolidze, who is 33 years old, a little bit older. He's listed as 6'3", but I think he's about 6'2", about a 1 inch difference, I think, in favor of Daukaus. At least that's what the weigh-ins look like. He's from the country of Georgia, very tough fighters over there. And he is nickname is the Caucasian. That's great. He has a few fights in the UFC. He's currently 3-1 with wins over Khadis Ibrahimov, John Allen, a split decision. That was a close fight. Losing to Trevor Giles and then beating Laureano Staropoli. What are the odds makers feeling here? Let's take a look and see. Actually, I should have that bookmark somewhere here, but I have the wrong. Try to take the break here. Let's find out. All right, and here we go, and there we go, and perfect. All right, so odds as of right now are going to be favoring Kyle Daukaus almost 3-1. I think that's legit. I think just Daukaus is the better fighter than Dolidze, and at 33, I don't think Dolidze is going to be getting a lot better experience-wise. Dolidze has 10 fights, and Daukaus has 13 fights. Dolidze is a strong, tough guy. Should be a tough fight. He's live. Could Dolidze win? He possibly could, but he has a couple of submissions on his record. You never know. Submission games, you catch someone in the right transition, you know. I think Daukaus wins this, but, I'm not really excited to lay that much chalk. Minus 260, 270, 280. Maybe if it goes down to minus 190, 200 maybe. I'll call Daukaus as the winner here, but not really planning on betting much money on it, but he should win. Next fight is an interesting one. It is going to be Deron Winn versus Phil Hawes, we were just speaking about. And in the weigh-in, Phil Hawes is frequently the shorter fighter, but not here. Now he's got the 5'6" Deron Winn as his opponent at middleweight. Deron Winn 7-2. I wish I could say all he does is win, but that's not true. And his UFC fights, he is 2-2 against Eric Spicely and Antonio Arroyo. He did win. He looked good in the last fight against Arroyo. He did not look great, although the Darren Stewart fight was really close, and he got subbed by Gerald Meerschaert. Deron is 33 years old, 9 fights in his career, 7-2, and 185 pounds here. His opponent, Phil Hawes, is going to be 33 years old. He is 5'11", 11-3. He looked really great going on a 3-fight win streak in his first 3 UFC fights, beating Jacob Malkoun, stopping him, beating Nazarene Imavov, and then beating Kyle Daukaus. And then he did lose by knockout to Chris Curtis, who was very tough. Chris way of knocking the F out of people. And I don't think Curtis was a killer streak for Chris Curtis, who will also be in action against Adolfo Vieira, the Jiu-Jitsu world champion, a week later, Saturday. Anyway, so odds makers in this fight are feeling that Phil Hawes takes this. It's hard to say. In all honesty, I don't think I want to lay that sort of chalk on Hawes minus 260, 275. I'm not going to make Duran win my official pick, I don't think, but I think he can do something. I think he's live. He's kind of like a shorter version of Daniel Cormier. And I believe he did train at AK for quite a while. Still might be there. So I would say a little sprinkle on the dog should be interesting fight. All right, next fight up, it looks like it's going to be Eddie Wineland and Cody Stamann. Wineland is a tough guy, man. 37 years old in the bantamweight division, is well outside of your prime. Eddie was the first WEC champion, World Extreme Cage Fighting. I remember it was the blue mat, the blue cage surface, and then it was on the show, a channel called Versus WCEC on the Versus channel. Anyway, his last several fights have not included too many wins. He's 1-4 in his last 5 fights, and he lost. Got stopped by John Castaneda in the first 5 months ago. Not 5 months ago, a year and 5 months ago. Always not good when a fighter past 35 is coming back after a year and nearly a year and a half. Not a good thing. He did get stopped by Sean O'Malley, beat Gregory Popoff, and lost to Alejandro Perez and John Dodson. He's going to fight hard. I just think that he is really up against a man from Michigan, Cody Stamann, 32 years old, 19-5, and I got Cody Stamann here. The odds makers are absolutely with me. What are they making? Minus 560, minus 540, minus 599, even minus 625. Yeah, Cody should have this one handled. No one got Cody Stamann. Okay, and then we have another fight coming up after that, and that fight is going to be Jasmine Jasudavicius and Natalia Cristina da Silva. Jasudavicius, 5'7" at 125 pounds, 7-1, out of St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada. Great UFC debut against Kay Hansen, just dominating that fight. I think Kay may have been cut, so she may have put Kay Hansen out of the contract in UFC. Very tough girl. Only a split decision loss to Elise Reed and an unblemished. This girl's got some power. She's got some energy. And I know she fought over for Cage Free Fighting Championship. A few fights for my friends over there, so Jason Leadervine and Rod Galvin. Her opponent is going to be Natalia Cristina da Silva, and she is 25 years old, 5'4", 12-5. She is also Brazilian, and the Natalia was not Brazilian. So let me see, Jasmine is not. Jasmine is Canadian. Get the Brazilian here. Natalia Cristina da Silva, coming from Jungle Fight. No Contender Series fights, no Bellator fights, no PFL fights, no Cage Fury Fighting Championship fights. I don't know what the deal with this is, but Natalia Cristina da Silva's got 17 fights. She is on a 6-fight win streak, but it's all of them by submission, and most of them by first round, although she did go to a 4th round and second round, but she loves the submissions. I think Jasudavicius with this one. Odds makers are showing that Jasudavicius is minus 240, 250, so on and so forth. So that is should be a good right there for Jasudavicius. Next, we have Adrian Yanez and Tony Kelly. Some bad blood there in a previous fight. where it was Tony Kelly in the corner. Who was in the corner? The corner of a fighter that was getting beat. And yeah, it was Joanna Wood against, I forget who, but yeah, but he took the beat by saying crappy cracks about the million. Anyway, he's probably being set up to be smashed here because even though he is 2-1 in the UFC, the one fight he I don't feel deserved a decision against Kai Kamaka III. But he beat Ali El Kassi and Randy Costa. Adrian Yanez, I think, all the way here. Kelly's 35 years old for a badminton. That's old. 5'10" is tall. Adrian Yanez is only 28 years old, 5'7". So Yanez should take this somewhat handily, although Kelly is tough. What are the odds with it? Odds makers are about minus 240, minus 230. I don't know. Kelly could do something here. I might lay off this fight. Yanez should really win the fight, but I don't know. I got a weird feeling. I got to lay off that fight. But if it goes straight and if it goes the way a lot of people expect, that would have Tony Kelly losing. Adrian Yanez. I think it would be a good fight. And next up, we do have a fight featuring Julian Marquez, Cuban Missile Crisis against Gregory Rodriguez. I've interviewed Julian Marquez at least one time on the show, and he's a really tough guy. He just seems to always find a way to win. You know, he can pull victory out of the jaws, snatch them out of the jaws of defeat. And Cuban Missile Crisis, 9-2, 32 years old, 6'2", middleweight, 185 pounds. And he is coming off a couple decisions against Maki Pitolo and Sam Alvey. Before that, a tough loss to Alessio Churchill. And he beat Darren Stewart. I guess, he's a tough guy, 32 years old, 85. I don't see. All right, I'm close it now. Look at that. Gregory Rodriguez. Let's see what is the deal here with RoboCop, 30-year-old from Porto Velho, Brazil. And he is 11-4, and he just lost a split decision to Armin Petrosian, who is a solid fighter. Before that, he was on a 2-fight win streak in the UFC, beating Dushko Todorovic and Jin Young Park. I'm feeling Marquez, and I think they've made Marquez the dog here. I just don't understand why. But they've got Marquez. Yeah, Marquez 1.5 to 1 dog. Great value in Julian Marquez. I wouldn't maybe bet the house, but I bet at least a few units on Julian Marquez as the slight dog. But next up, we are going to see. Next up is going to be Damir Ismagulov versus Guram Kutymladze. Out of Russia, Orenburg, Russia, is Ismagulov, 23-1. He has not lost in almost 7 years. And players that he's beaten in those 7 years include several over in Russia. He's beaten Javier Fuentes, Gennady Saisov, Vyacheslav Ten, Raul Tudoruli, Ilas Shinzebek, Benita Pereira, Emran, Albek, Alex Gorgis, Joel Alvarez, Thiago Moises, and Rafael Alves. So this is solid wins. And that is Gulov, the 31-year-old from Russia. Okay. Gurov Kutymladze is the Georgian Viking from Georgia, 5'11", 155, 12-2, His first fight in the UFC, he got a split decision off Mateus Gamble. He is a tough guy. 12-2, hasn't lost in several years since March of 2015. I think it's an 8 or 9 fight win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fight win streak. See what the odds makers have here. The odds makers are favoring, I bet it's going to be the more experienced, proven fighter, which is going to be Ismagulov. But Kutaladze is a tough guy. How big is Ismagulov? Ismagulov is going to be almost a 2-1 favorite. I'm going to go for the dog. I'm going to go for Kutaladze here. Maybe a half a year. All right. Then next up we have we got Joaquin Buckley, my man from Michigan, killing it. Tough guy. 14-4. He's on a 2-fight win streak, and he is 4-5. He is 4-2 in the UFC. 2-fight win streaks, beating Alessio Di Chirico, stopping him, and then Abdul Razak Al Hassan. He is 5'8". I think he might be slightly more. I don't know. 5'8", 28 years old. He's 14-4. His losses coming to a couple of guys early in his career, as well as Logan Storley, Bellator, and Kevin Holland, Alessio Di Chirico. What is up with this Chirico? Alessio Di Chirico. Is that one? So I like Buckley a lot. 28 years old, 14-4, 2-fight win streak. Has won majority of his last several fights. The last 4 out of 5 he's won. That lost to Kevin Holland in his first UFC fight when he was throwing the dogs like that. Albert Duraev, the 33-year-old out of Russia. Machete is nickname, and he is he is on a great streak. Yeah, really good streak. 15-3 has not been. Man. I'm like freaking passing out. I'm so tired. Well, I'm gonna keep this video up, man. I look old as fuck doing this, but I guess I'm working day and night to survive. Snap. But anyway, if anyone's concerned for me, don't worry, I'm good. If anyone's laughing, have a laugh. Anyway, crazy shit. I'll have to watch myself going like. Anyway, so we where are we? We got Buckley and then Duraev, very tough guy, 33. Just on a killer win streak. He's 1-0 in the UFC. I got Buckley here. Duraev is tougher than nails, and he's out of Volgograd Oblast, Russia. And I'm going to go for the dog, my man from Michigan, Joaquin Buckley. And you get some money on this if you win. Wow, minus 230 to 250 Duraev, plus 190 to plus 200 if you can get it for my man Joaquin Buckley. You got Machete as a nickname for Duraev, and the new Mansa is Joaquin Buckley. I'm going for Buckley in the upset. Couple left only, I think, right? Let's take a look. We got Tim Means, Dirty Bird, against Kevin Holland. Tim Means making a little bit of a comeback in his career, kind of revitalized. He had some tough losses against Bilal Muhammad, Sergio Moraes, 3 and 4 years ago, respectively. Nico Price, Daniel Rodriguez, and Alex Oliveira. Very tough guys. Last 3 fights were beating Floriano Starpoli, Mike Perry, and Nicholas Dalby. 38 years old, 6'2", 170. His opponent, Kevin Holland, is going to be the taller man, 6'3", 170, having fought for quite a while at middleweight. I think Kevin Holland all the way. I think this could be an interesting fight, but there's no reason why Kevin should lose this fight. You got my buddy there in his corner, Justin Adams. I hope you guys kill it tomorrow. Get some rest today and recover. Odds makers are feeling that the fight is going to be Kevin Holland. Not as big as I thought. Right now, you can still get under minus 300. You got minus 330, 320, minus 300, minus 295 is about the best bet. And I do think this fight is really not going to be that hard for Kevin Holland. And co-main event is going to be right here. Donald Cowboy Cerrone against Joe Lozon, rather. Sorry, man, I hate to see this fight. Those guys are well past their prime. You got a 39-year-old Cowboy, Donald Cowboy Cerrone, against a 38-year-old Joe Lozon. Lozon's record 28-15. Cowboys' record now stands at 36-16. Wow, 52 fights. Cowboy has not won a fight in a little bit. He's got 5 losses, mostly by stoppage, almost all but one stop by stoppage, and then a no contest against Nico Price, and he had lost that fight. So I don't know. I don't know what to say here. I think Cowboy probably wins this fight, but he may not if his chin gives out early, which it really might. It seems like he definitely doesn't have the recovery ability or the ability to take damage like he used to. Lozon is a dog. Cerrone is plus 170, plus 160, 175. I would take the dog money on Lozon. That would go Lozon for the win. And then that leaves us to the main event of the evening. Calvin Kattar against Josh Evans. Calvin Kattar is his record of 23-5, 34 years old, 5'11", 145 pounds, tall, lengthy, 145 pounder. Coming off some interesting fights, he really kind of owned to an extent. He gets Chikadze in a great win. The fight before that was a full year before when he got the brakes beaten off of him by Max Holloway, and then had some great wins before that. Losing only to Max Holloway and beat Megamed Sharapov unless he got early fights in the career of the Boston finisher. What do you call it? Josh Emmett is short, and it's going to be about 5'6". Yep, 37 years old, 17-2. Josh Emmett's on a great win streak. Securing wins over Michael Johnson, Mirsad Bektic, Shane Burgos, and Dan Ige. So I am going to go for Josh Emmett in this main event of the evening. And I guess before I fall on my face here from being so damn exhausted, that will be that. It'll be kind of fun, maybe not to watch this back, but what happens when you're working to survive and expensive as hell Los Angeles due to these Putin price hikes. Biden, if you spell Putin Joebiden, then I guess it could be price hikes. Anyway, let's go, Brandon. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. And those are my thoughts in UFC, on UFC, in Vegas, UFC on ESPN. And it's not in Vegas. It's at the Moody Center in Austin, Texas. UFC on ESPN, number 37. Don't miss out. See how I do. Peace.